Disney Infinity is going to change a lot about how Disney does video games. Instead of having each experience stand by itself, kids young and old can now take apart their favorite worlds and put them back together however they want. In the decades before such a thing was possible, the company was hit or miss when their film and television properties went interactive. We could have easily built a list of 5 using just 2D platformers, but decided to include games from various eras and systems. Without further ado, we present our picks for the happiest games on Earth.
And today, I have a tale for you that's sure to make you smile.
Number 5. Tron.
Way back in 1982, video games were seen by most people as a passing fad, and gamers were outcasts. A movie about video games seemed like an impossible dream. Until Disney came out with Tron. Set inside a machine called a computer, Tron was the ultimate 80s gamer fantasy. How could it get even more awesome? How about a Tron game you could actually play at your local arcade? The cabinet had 4 different games: light cycle racing, battle tanks, a dash to the CPU core, and a fight against grid bugs. The gameplay and graphics are crude by today's standards, but in 1982, it was gaming nirvana.
Number 4.
I, Mayor Ham, hereby make you the sheriff of Woody's Roundup.
Toy Story 3.
Toy Story 3 is fun in a way you'd never expect. Yes, it has a short, simple platforming campaign in which you play through scenes from the movie, but then there's Toy Box mode, which is really where all the meat is. There's a full open-world game with city building, side quests, unlockable environments, boss fights, photography, stunt driving, plot twists, and Buzz Lightyear holding a magic wand. Toy Box mode may someday lose out to its spiritual successor, Infinity, but for the time being, Toy Story 3 is the best goofing around you'll find in any Disney environment.
You had a giant pig ship and a fleet of attack drones, and you lost to a cowboy on a horse?
The iPad severely hampered my depth perception.
Number 3. Castle of Illusion, starring Mickey Mouse.
Both the SNES and Genesis got their own games starring the main mouse. The Super Nintendo hosted the Magical Quest, but it was Mickey's journey through the Castle of Illusion on the Genesis that drew enough of an audience to create a brand new franchise. 3 sequels followed, along with a tribute of sorts on the 3DS called Power of Illusion, and a complete remake due later this year. We honor it here not for its creative level design, evolving backdrops, and financial success, but for being a game not tied to a current film or TV show. The Illusion series was created because Mickey was born to be a platforming pro, and this game proves it.
Number 2. Aladdin, SNES, and Genesis.
In 1993, 2 different development studios, Virgin Interactive and Capcom, created 2 different video games to celebrate the release of the animated feature Aladdin. Aladdin became a poster child for the debate between the Super Nintendo and Sega Genesis. Sega fans boasted about superior animation and gameplay, while Nintendo fans argued the SNES sounded better and offered more exact control. We decided to make them sit nice at number 2 because otherwise they'd eat up 2 spots on the countdown instead of just 1. The jury is still out on which one is definitively superior. There's even a panel at PAX Prime this year to hopefully resolve this 20-year argument.
Number 1. DuckTales.
Old Scrooge McDuck might not seem like the adventuring type, but when there's treasure on the line, there's no stopping him from venturing to the Amazon, Transylvania, or even the moon. Like Mega Man, DuckTales lets you select which setting to conquer first, and each space is laced with treasures and hidden paths to rich rewards. Mastering its dangers takes skill, but Scrooge's cane provides surprisingly effective at tackling pesky Himalayan goats, bouncing across spiked pits, and punting boulders out of the way. Capcom's take on the Duckburg clan was so successful that it led to similarly excellent adaptations of Rescue Rangers and Darkwing Duck. But it's DuckTales that has us singing woohoo.